Welcome back. It's 5:51. Time for your morning news now. One person is dead after an Onalaska house fire. Flames engulfed a Franklin Street home Wednesday. Firefighters say they found a person near the front door. They were already dead. The home was significantly damaged. Authorities haven't released the victim's name or what sparked the blaze. Bond has been set for a treasurer accused of stealing taxpayer money. Kelly Schleusner was in court virtually yesterday. She's accused of stealing almost $300,000 from Adrian Township's accounts since April of 2022. A judge set her bond at $50,000. She also cannot hold or apply for any public office position. Wisconsin officials say measles outbreak risk remains low here, despite a growing outbreak in Texas. Wisconsin's last reported case was April of 2024. But we have one of the nation's lowest measles vaccination rates, with just 81% of 2-year-olds statewide, 84% in La Crosse County. The CDC recommends a 95% vaccination rate to prevent outbreaks.
We do have pockets within the Wisconsin community as a whole that have lower vaccination rates that could, if measles were introduced, we could have a similar type of outbreak as seen in Texas.
So far, there have been 0 cases reported in Wisconsin this year. Earlier this week, the first measles death in over a decade was reported in an unvaccinated child in Texas. AARP Wisconsin will host a town hall meeting with La Crosse's mayoral candidates. Both candidates have agreed to participate, which will focus on issues important to older voters. AARP representatives say affordable housing and regional cooperation with neighboring communities will be key topics.
So the local elections really impact people even more so than, a lot of times at the federal or the state level. And so being able to have the candidates to understand what's important to the local electorate is a great way to start out.
Older voters traditionally turn out in higher numbers for local elections. Prayers for the Pope are planned today at Viterbo University. A special mass for Pope Francis will be held at the San Damiano Chapel at noon. Meanwhile, some encouraging news on the pontiff's health. The Vatican says the 88-year-old has continued to show improvement and had another peaceful night. Pope Francis has been battling double pneumonia for more than 2 weeks. Eau Claire Transit is asking the public for help, specifically for future planning. You can weigh in through an online survey at eauclaire.gov. 2 public forums will be held March 6th and March 11th. And happening this weekend, gear up for camping season at the Eau Claire RV Show. Check out trailers, haulers, motorhomes, and scope out the giveaways through Sunday. If you're an archaeology buff, head over to the Valley View Mall for UWL's Archaeology Artifact Show. Check out the ancient artifacts from local excavations and the educational demos. And Bangor Elementary hosting a pancake breakfast Sunday. Kids 5 and under eat free, so be sure and bring the whole family.
And high temperatures today not looking too bad. They're going to be coming pretty early though, around noon hours, seeing high temperatures south of I-90 already getting up to 50 degrees, and then we're cooling off very quickly with a cold front passing through, so you're definitely going to want to grab your jacket as you're heading back home or later this evening. The main story though going to be that wind advisory. Wind gusts possible upwards of 50 miles an hour all the way from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today. Definitely something to be aware of. Going to be very gusty out there. Going to want to be wearing your hair back or putting a hat on, but definitely holding on to it.
Yeah, it was a windy day at the park yesterday, too. And Swifties can now buy some Taylor Swift-themed phone numbers for a price. A company called Swiftie Phone Numbers is selling vanity numbers inspired by the singer's Eras Tour. The founder spent a year collecting numbers with Taylor Swift connections. One area code in Spokane spells out Swiftie. That costs $5,700. Her most expensive number runs for nearly $7,000. Other options range from $335 to $4,500, spelling out phrases like Eras Tour, Best Day, and Tay Trav.